Good afternoon, dear listeners. Today is our first program on SunGates Radio, and I'm happy to introduce my co-host, Sharon Serota, who has multitude of modalities to help people be more centered and balanced. Today we'll be talking about holistic health secrets for men and women. Hello, Sharon.
Hi, Rita. I'm so excited to be here. This is really a great opportunity that we get to share with our listeners such wonderful information and a great topic. And Rita is also the co-host here. And Rita is the co-founder of SunGates in Wheeling and also a holistic health coach. So Rita, thank you for having this topic today to share with our listeners.
Great, thank you very much, Sharon. I think it will be very helpful for our listeners, whatever we talk about today, and explore about health and health around us and other topics in the future.
Absolutely. So Rita, can you give us a little bit of a background about your information that you have about nutrition and how you are a life coach?
Yes, thank you, Sharon. That's a great question. My interest to actually nutrition and how herbs can help to heal our body started a long time ago. It started when my grandmother introduced me to different herbs that she actually grew in her own garden, and was happy to introduce it to her family and show us how actually herbs and natural modalities can help heal our body. That was a wonderful experience, and I was happy to learn it from my grandmother. And then as life will go on, I was kind of a little bit far from it because I studied as an engineer, became an engineer, and then became IT professional. But fortunately or unfortunately, I got the problem with my health, which opened up new horizons and it was a new start for me. It was completely new life where I completely transformed myself, and when I was able to get rid of, or at least balance my body and my health, I started to help other people. So we had multiple trips to India, then it was trips to Brazil, and I became guide to Brazil to Spiritual Hospital of John of God, where my life transformed even more. I finally realized where the actual God is. I found God into myself, and it was great opening for me, and I guess I'd help everybody around me. And when I graduated from Institute of Integrative Nutrition in New York City and became a health coach, I started new programs and started to help women around me to be more healthier and happier with their life.
So let me ask you, Rita, what do you mean when you talk about holistic health secrets for men and women? Because a lot of people don't really understand exactly what these secrets are, and I know that our audience would love to find out more about this.
Yes, Sharon, of course. We can explore more about the secret. Well, they're not really secrets because everyone knows about it. It's just they don't realize that we can help ourselves by the way we think, the way we eat, the way we behave, the way we talk to other people. So everything in our life affects our health.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I agree with that. I think that everything that we say, what we do, our thoughts, our actions, everything like that affects us on many different levels. And it's really important for us to become aware of these things, because those kinds of things create stress in our lives. And it impacts the body, and it also impacts our mind, and impacts our daily lives. So everything that we say and do with ourselves and with other people has a huge impact on how we live our life.
Right, exactly.
So how can we be healthier with that?
Absolutely, you're right. And the good thing is to start from ourselves. And when we are aware of those things, we kind of watching what we think. If our thoughts are positive, they high vibrational, we can talk about more about high vibrations, because maybe our listeners, not all of our listeners will understand what our low and high vibrations are, but we'll go back to it, right?
Right,
so
right. And vibration, those too, is in food, and people can relate to, good nutrition, not so good nutrition, and that carries a vibration, and we're putting that into our bodies. And our bodies are made of 70% of water.
Exactly.
So we want to put healthy water, healthy food into our bodies, so that way our bodies has a natural way of healing it.
Yes, absolutely. That's very important that you said that our body can heal itself by, if we put the right amount and right food into our body, in our mouth, and exactly if we chew it well. We have to chew it as many times as many teeth we have in our mouths.
Oh, okay.
So that's really slow and good process.
Yeah.
And when we chew slow, we kind of feel food we eat. We're not rushing into putting in our mouths everything in as much as we can and do it fast.
Right. And if we appreciate, the food that we're eating, what are we doing while we're eating? If we're relaxed and enjoying our food, as opposed to watching the news or watching a strenuous movie or action-packed movie while we're ingesting our food, that also has an effect on our bodies. And also, the absorption, the digestion is all very important to our health.
Absolutely. And one of my advices to the people, to the ladies I work with, especially when they coming back from work, not to rush into putting anything in their mouths, but at least relax for a few minutes, get some good breaths, couple breaths in and out, some breath exercise, maybe even few minutes of meditation. So they calm down, their mind will calm down, and then they will make right choices as far as food.
Right. I think breath is really important, and that we just take a few deep breaths throughout the day, and just, relax ourselves. Also, it's important that when, we eat, we don't emotionally eat, because a lot of times things are triggered in us, and we are triggered by events in our lives, by people, by different things that affect our emotions, and then therefore we're also eating because of it. So I think that relaxing and becoming more aware of our environment and what causes us to eat, and the stress that we go through every day. Yes. And how can we control that? What else we can do? We can do meditation and breathing.
Yes, that's two of the secrets we wanted to tell our listeners, but do you think they don't know about it, or they just forgot? I'm sure most of the people know about it. They just, sometimes the speed of our life and work we do and everything that around us, kids, family, will just create the brakes on us, and we're not really doing what we know for a long time. This is nothing new, and it's not secrets.
Right. And also I feel as though when we wake up in the morning, the first thing that when we wake up, what can we do to start our day?
One of the greatest things, unfortunately we're not on TV, so I cannot show it, but I could show it to you, and so you can kind of feel it and maybe tell in your own words what I'm saying. We have heart meridian starting from our pinky, going down to our point here, on the wrist. Yeah, on the wrist. So if we do this, and you can tell our listeners what I'm doing 3 times when we wake up, our heart will wake up and we feel happy.
Okay, so you take your right hand, your right thumb, and you could run it down the side of your pinky, the edge of the pinky, all the way down the side of the hand, down to the wrist.
Right, exactly.
And just roll that down 3 times, go back up to the top of the pinky, and then go all the way down the side of the hand to the wrist. And
Right.
do it 3 times.
And we do it on each hand, on the right hand and the left. You'll feel the difference right away. Because
So what is that?
Heart meridian, because this line where heart meridian starts, so it gives us the full wake up and the happiness that we would have through the day.
Oh, that's an excellent way to start the day.
Yes, and of course, start from gratitude. Whenever we wake up and open our eyes, we can start with gratitude and be thankful that we wake up and we have the wonderful, wonderful day ahead of us.
Right, right, and have that intention. So we're intending to have a wonderful day, and we raise up peace, love, and joy, and be thankful for the people in our lives, because a lot of times we don't realize that the people in our lives are here for a reason, that they're here to teach us. And not only do we learn from them, but we're also teaching them in return. So it's the gift of gifting and receiving.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Sharon.
So when we talk about being grateful for things in our life, how does SunGates help us to be like that?
I am actually so grateful to my husband Michael, who it was his idea to open the center that would help people to be healthy and happy, because the main thing for us human beings for this on earth to be happy, and we so well deserve it, I think. So he opened the SunGates Center about 7 years ago. We did have a real physical location, but we work with different practitioners outside of just virtually, and they were helping other people. And then when I graduated from Institute of Integrative Nutrition, become health coach, I started to see my clients. And when we brought this wonderful, amazing device from Brazil, which we call crystal bath or crystal bath, we decided to open real physical location where we can now offer different classes, workshops, and a lot of information and secrets to help our people who will stop by or join us at any of our events.
Right, and the crystal bath that you just talked about, I've experienced it over at SunGates, and it was just amazing. The wonderful benefits that you get from the crystal bath. Can you explain to our listeners exactly what the crystal bath is?
Well, that's a special device that was channeled by John of God or some of his mediums. It has very vibrational high crystals which align with our chakras, and crystals light in the music help our body to get rid of the blocks that we're getting from our everyday life and stress. So it's a special device that cleans the energy body and balance our chakras, which is a very important part of our body. And I would say that it's open portal with Abadiânia, Brazil, which this device was brought from. Because there the spirits, the lovely angels who are helping people to get better, to get their health back, and not only health, but they help with anything that we ask for. It just what important is to put our intention and our love into the word that we are asking for. We send this to universe, to wonderful spirits and angels, and help is right here.
That's exactly what I found when I experienced it. I felt such total peace and calm, just a relaxation, as though I felt cleansed from it. And also afterwards, I felt the healing. I felt as though I was lighter, and I felt that I was just more connected with spirit. And it was just an amazing thing to do and experience. I'd recommend for anyone to, come over to SunGates and talk to you, Rita, more about this and see how they can experience it for themselves.
Yeah, I remember how your aura changed and how you were all violet color. Your aura was in violet, and you said, "I can do anything."
Yeah, you feel, you feel powerful. You feel engaged. And you feel as though, you can conquer, that you just have this amazing ability, that you just feel more confident about yourself. So can you explain a little bit more about how the crystal bed works? Like what somebody that would come into SunGates, how they would experience that?
Thank you, Sharon. Crystal bed session is safe and non-invasive treatment with no contraindication. The person receives a session lies fully dressed on a massage table. Only shoes and jewelry and metals are removed. The crystals are then positioned over the person's chakra. The lights are dimmed and the eyes will be covered with soothing cloth. Once the person is comfortable, soft music and the pulsating light behind the crystal are turned on for the duration of the session. The minimum session is 20 minutes, and no more than 60 minutes are allowed for the crystal bed session. Many people fall asleep into deep meditation during the treatment, but that's totally fine because the process is going anyway. The place at which the healing process takes place with the crystal light bed healing is highly individual, and it depends on many factors. We have witnessed miracles, instant healing, especially at the casa, or it just might take some time. For some people it may take 1 or 2 months. It depends on how bad is the problem. Or sometimes people come in just for spiritual opening, so then their crown chakra and the third eye, the crystals are working on that, and there are miracles that happening. Sometimes people feel that they can see through their third eye or feel more. They open up their abilities.
Absolutely. That's what I felt. I felt more open in the third eye chakra and feeling very connected. So how do most people react from having a session? What is the typical result that somebody can expect?
Well, I would say there is no typical result because it's very individual. One of the ladies who came to me, and she has goiter, and goiter is a disease, thyroid disease. One person has this thing around the throat, and she is a doctor chiropractor. Well, she felt it right away. She said that next day when her friend saw her, she didn't see that thing around the throat, and it was much better, and she felt more energized. So she was coming for crystal bed sessions 3 times a week for a couple of weeks, and her condition improved so much. Plus chiropractor, in working with her hand, she felt a lot of healing abilities in her hand, and she said that was a lot of help for her as a healer. There is some other benefits or sensation that people can feel. First of all, the inner peace, feeling more energized, stressed, and pain reduction. The mental clarity, that works very good for people who have depressions. Their mood changes.
Mm-hmm. So. Right, that's really important, seeing all the results and benefits that people can have from the crystal bed sessions. And I know that talking to some other people that have had some great results, with headaches and just stress in their lives, and how peace and calm that they feel, after the session.
Right. Usually my suggestion to people to see and try it for at least one time, see how it works, and then if they have problem with the physical body and a physical level, it's important to have a few sessions during the couple weeks, and then they can go with their own pace.
So how can our listeners reach out to you? What is the best way to contact you?
Well, they can definitely call my number, which is 847-345-0988. It's 847-345-0988. Or to know more about us, they can go to SunGatesCenter.com, where they can find all the information, more information about what we offer. And
the SunGates, can you repeat that again for their listeners, the website?
It's www.SunGatesCenter.com.
Okay, so it's GatesCenter.com.
Beautiful.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay, great. And what other things can they experience at SunGates? Because I know SunGates Center has many things that people can experience.
Oh yes, of course. We are offering meditation classes on Wednesdays at 7:30. It's a group meditation which guided by the wonderful young guy. His name is Vova Cooperman. Well, so everybody's welcome. No experience is actually necessary to be part of our meditation group. On Thursday at 7 o'clock we offer group acupuncture sessions, which is also offered at 7 o'clock, and it's offered by our licensed acupuncturist Natalie Nusinova. Offered it for free and just a donation base. We'll appreciate that. But this also amazing sessions which everybody experienced needles in their ears, where we have 5 points, very important points to help us to relax, clean our liver, lungs, very important organs. So we notice that people who come in every week, they feel so much better, and it helps ladies with hot flashes, it helps to sleep better, and helps with many other things. So again, it works for better reaction to stress. So when we relax, we don't really react to everyday life as when we are under those emotions.
Yes, absolutely. And if you've never experienced acupuncture before, like myself, and that was the first time that I've ever had it done, was over at SunGates, and it was a great experience.
Did you feel any pain?
No, not at all. It was a very simple process, and so I got to experience it, and it was just experiencing it in the ears. Mm-hmm. And you just let them sit in your ears for a period of time, maybe.
It's about 35-40 minutes. Mm-hmm. When everybody is relaxed, the light goes off, and we are in a state of meditation. So we invite everybody who wants some improvement to their health, and there is, again, it's not secret. We know all about acupuncture, but this is just a protocol that helps in a group, which is a good way to help as many people as we want at a time, not one by one. And Natalia is offering personal sessions. If anybody interested, they can again call my number 847-345-0988. Just to briefly mention that we also have our imaging machine, so we can take a picture of your aura to show the condition of your chakras, their form, color, the shape, the color, and the size, which is again very important thing for our energy body. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, so you can actually see the differences. You mm-hmm. can actually see from a standpoint of the different colors and how you can monitor it. You can actually see what happens before and after. Before after meditation, or before after crystal bath, we did some experiment, and it's amazing difference. Mm-hmm. Well, since the color of our aura can change based on our emotions and balance, we are looking for balance every time. Right, and to be centered and to be balanced, on a daily basis. So this kind of work is always important to do, all the time. Right, so we can what we can do for ourselves, and these are, very strong avenues in which we can help ourselves to be healthy and help our bodies to heal itself. Right. I just want also briefly mention that we are expanding, and we creating co-working space. We're going to rent out different rooms which will be ready for health practitioners just to get in and start working with their clients. If anybody interested, they can get some more information on, again, SunGatesCenter.com. Under home, they can find a link to future of work and find out more information. If among us, our listeners, are any massage therapists, or acupuncturists, or yoga teachers, we are welcome everybody to our team. Mm-hmm. So everyone is welcome to use the space that you have at SunGates, And can you provide the information on the address, that how they can, where they would be set up?
Oh yes, we're located in Wheeling at the southeast corner of Dundee and Milwaukee, and it's 395 East Dundee Road, Wheeling, Suite 500.
So through SunGates, you also offer some guided trips to Brazil, and this is another way that people can experience being healthy and healing. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. And this is my favorite topic, because I love going to Brazil myself, and I love to help people there and to see their transformation, because when they come there, they change, they transform. There's a place which helps to find God in themselves and open their hearts. This place is located just about 1.5 hours away from Brasilia Airport. Just to mention briefly that my next trip in November 3rd through 15th, usually I'm taking small group, 5 to 6 people, and allow me to put more attention to have everyone. People expect amazing transformations, because that place is very high vibrational. There are crystals in the land of it, and John of God specifically was put in there and was told to open the spiritual hospital because of very specific of this place. So on the trip there, I help people with questions, I help people with different roles that are there, that exist, and very important to follow. We do meditations on the days that spiritual hospital is closed, and it's open only 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The rest of the time we work on ourselves. We do group meetings, we do meditations, and I'm helping people through the process, because there are lots of questions that coming up.
Mm-hmm.
There is cleansing process, the opening process, which is so much important, and guidance. Sometimes people know the difference. I know the difference myself, because the first time I was there, I was alone. I was with my husband. There was no guide, and we had so many questions, and we were trying to find people, volunteers, to ask those questions, but that's been hard to find the right answer. So as I know, the airfare on sale right now, so I would suggest for those people who really feel calling, because I felt the calling right away. We took our luggage, we booked the ticket, it took us just 2 weeks, and we were there for the first time. So I just suggest those who feel the click in their hearts or this calling to give me a call and find out more, get more information, and have the trip of their life, because I felt like it was a trip of my life. So my number again, 847-345-0988, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Right. So you'd encourage anyone that is interested to go ahead, take this trip with you to Brazil, and see how they can experience it for themselves, and have this awesome opportunity and awesome journey, and what great healing that they would experience and transformation in their lives.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily necessary to wait until we are really sick, and this is our last resort to find the cure, because people who are looking for better relationship, or opening their spiritual guidance, or anything where they stuck in life, it might be career, or they can find a job they like, anything, any issue in life can be resolved if we go there and find this transformation.
Well, it sounds wonderful. It sounds like a great trip. So the next trip coming up again is November
3rd. We are flying out from O'Hare. I already had my tickets, and I have a few people who already joined me.
Okay.
So we're flying out on November 3rd, and we're coming back, flying out from Brazil on November 15th.
Okay, so there's some spaces left?
Yes.
Okay, so please go ahead and give Rita a call to find out some more information about the next trip.
Thank you, Sharon. Sharon, can you please expand more about yourself so our listeners will know you better?
Sure. I'd love for people to, hear more about some of the modalities that many people are practicing and some of the things that I've been working on. I'm certified in the emotion code, which was invented by Dr. Bradley Nelson, and it's a wonderful technique that people can learn or experience actually by removing their emotional baggage that people carry, the obstacles, the energy that's in the body that's actually removed so that people can go ahead and experience and open their lives up to other opportunities that they may not have.
Yes, I should say that I experienced that session with you. It was wonderful because I have really bad lower back pain. And whatever you did to release my emotions, it did work because the pain was much easier and it went away almost right away.
Yes, and people can experience the release of physical pain as well as emotional. And these are the stress factors that affect us and how we can live our lives. And, what would your life look like without that back pain?
Yeah, it's much easier. I would say that's wonderful not to have any pain at all in the body.
Right, and it's a very simple procedure that we do. It's a technique, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people to have pain-free and emotional freedom in their lives. So it's a good thing to have someone that is certified to be able to do this for you.
Great, super. So people can actually connect with you and ask for the session?
Sure, I'd be glad to do a session with them.
What would be the way to connect?
They could either reach me on my phone, which is 847-409-1277.
Do you know any other secrets that help our listeners to be healthy and happier as far as holistic life?
Yes. Every time, things happen in your life, whether they're good or bad, we know that they're meant to happen.
Right.
And being appreciative and having the positive thoughts and outlook in your life will also attract those things to you. Because what you think about comes about.
Mm-hmm.
And when things feel light in your life, then you know it's right. So the best things in life is to be aware and build intention and have that wonderful intention in your life that things will be the way that you want them to be, and they will be, because it's our free will.
Right.
And it's really important for people to understand that they have the power, that they have the ability to make these changes in their lives. And by removing the obstacles and the blockages that we create, that we've built in our lives over time, these things are built because of trauma that we've experienced. It could be something mental, it could be something physical. Not only can it be from this lifetime, but it could also be things that we've experienced prior. So these are just certain things that affect us.
And most of our listeners, I'm sure they know all this. It just sometimes we need the right person to remind us where our power is, to get it to open up and start working on it.
Right.
As far as I know, you're helping women in their spirituality and professionally.
Mm-hmm. I'm the founder of the Women's Business Circle Networking Group. We're called the WBC, and we meet monthly, and it's empowering and encouraging women to come together, and we support each other in many different ways, on many different levels. We support each other in business, spiritually, emotionally, and it's free, it's complimentary. And actually this month of September, SunGates is hosting us September 21st, which is a Sunday, from 1 to 4. We're having a special guest speaker come in, and we encourage you to come and to sign up. You can sign up through SunGates at events registration, and there's a form that you could fill out and put your name and your email. And what this is about is we're having someone from Improv Talk come, and they're going to do interactive presentation so women can learn to speak up when they are thinking of words to say, when you don't know what to say, and making it fun and living a fun life and how we can empower ourselves. So we encourage women to come in and come together and have a great and fun time.
Yeah, and can you repeat the date? I think it's September 21st.
Yeah, right? September 21st, which is a Sunday. So you can sign up through SunGates website, and it's SunGatesCenter.com, and then go to events, and then click on registration, and there'll be a form, and you can sign up there.
Yeah, there is also some information about it on that page, so they can find out more, or they can call either me or you to find more about it, right?
That's right.
And actually, Women Business Circle is amazing networking group. It's how we met, how I met Sharon. We share ideas, we support each other. It's an amazing group, and we are encouraging men. Well, sometimes men are allowed, right?
Once in a while.
It's not a privilege. It's just I feel that women, when they're together, they can share their insights much easier than when men.
It's a different energy when you have just women. So, and that's what it started with, is bringing women together and sharing things that they're working on. It could be their own business, it could be something they're thinking about doing, or just coming to the group and just experiencing it, and so that they can meet other women as well, and giving themselves ideas and sharing their ideas with the others.
And since we're talking about women, we have another group where we would like women to participate, and this is not exactly the networking group, but more the place for women to learn and grow, which we offer at SunGates Center, and we call it Lotus Heart. This is a place for women to grow and learn. And we invite different speakers, teachers, anybody who can help us to know more about, to explore and help us to know more about ourselves and our environment, even about men, to help us be more, again, happy and healthy. It's what we're looking for.
We're all looking for that balance and to be centered, and networking and creating relationships with other people, and networking is very important to our life. And so by sharing with other people, it also opens us up. It opens our hearts, it opens up our abilities to communicate with other people, and networking and creating new friendships.
Okay, Sharon, what else you can share with our listeners? What else can you do?
I'm also a Reiki master. So I do Reiki as well, and Corona Reiki also, which is another different types of energy, higher level spiritual symbols. Also do Angelic Dowsing, so dowsing with a pendulum, and also do Akashic record. And I also have the ability to do bars, access consciousness, also a oneness diksha. So I'm a oneness blesser, and these are things that you could find out by going on the internet, and you could look them up and find out who are great contacts for you in your area, so that you can experience these things as well. Also do IET, which is integrated energy therapy, and EFT with a guarantee, emotional freedom technique, which is tapping.
Yeah, that's an amazing technique. I love it. It helps a lot with releasing, again, emotional blocks and let you go whenever you want to go. I'm so into it. That's
right.
Great.
You could just be tapping on your collarbone. Throughout, whenever you experience some stress. So that's also a really good stress reliever.
Yeah, I think next time when we have our next show, we can do it with our listeners to help everybody on the show to release their blocks, right?
Right.
That's the goal.
Right, and we'll be inviting some very wonderful guest speakers that will be able to speak on these topics.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening for our first show on SunGates Radio. We're gonna do so much more and invite very good speakers, right? Can you name some of those?
Sure. We'll be doing EFT. Some people we would have is Tom Massbaum. Also, we can have Stacy Steinberg, who does oils, essential oils. Can do Akashic Records with Robin Richardson, and hypnosis with Steve Shields.
Yeah, this just a few of the speakers that we know that they are on our schedule for the future shows, but we definitely want to explore more modalities, more, and provide you with some interesting information, and hopefully you can tune in our future shows and be with us and help us to help you, right?
Absolutely. So we'd love to share with you next time, and so please join us.
Yeah, you can find more information on SunGatesCenter.com. If you like to be on our email list, you can always sign up on SunGatesCenter.com. Just enter your name and email address and you'll be in touch. You'll be always getting new and fresh information on what we have at SunGates Center every week, or which show and who gonna be as speakers on our SunGates radio show. Thank you very much. We wish you a pleasant day and night, and wish you to be healthy and happy.
Yes, blessings to all. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.